Fellas, RJ really. Damn. Fellas, RJ from Ravioli Fitness here, back with a non-fitness video. This one on a special person, and I think I'm gonna start doing videos like this, just shouting out cool people that I admire. A very special person, Waka Flocka Flame. You probably know of him. He's a rapper that was really big in the early 2010s. He produced such classics as "I Go Hard in the Motherfucking Paint, Fella," and "Yeah, Ole do it," and "Make That Ass Clap." Just you know Waka Flocka. But outside of his music, I admire him as a person, and here's why. Most people, when they go through great tragedy, they break down, and a lot of them, they never fully recover. And it's hard to. When you lose a family member, it's hard to ever be the same. But a significant number of people, their response to that is to lash out and hurt other people. And their pain will manifest in harmful ways that are detrimental to not only themselves, but their family and society. They might go drunk driving. They might just do dangerous, reckless things. Flocka lost two brothers. He never responded in that way. In his own words, he just simply accepted it. It permanently changed him and scarred him. And even the first brother he lost was actually murdered, and the killer got away. He beat the case. And Flocka's response was just not to hate certain demographics of people just because a certain ethnic group committed the murder. His response was, well, that's just goes to show that we live in a cruel, unjust world, an unequal world. And I think that's extremely mature, and that takes a lot of mental fortitude and just honesty with yourself and with just life to sit there and not hate everyone, but just I don't even think it's just hard for me to imagine myself in that position, being so mature about it and being just so strong about it. So that's one thing to admire about Flocka, just extreme fortitude and maturity, despite huge tragedy in his life. Another thing about Waka, you can look on the internet, you can look as hard as you want, you'll never find a negative story about him. The worst thing you can find is, oh, he brought a gun to an airport. But I mean, we do live in a Second Amendment country. Yeah, I get it. It's not cool to sneak a gun onto a plane, but I highly doubt a famous rich rapper was intending on shooting up a plane. It's probably just a illegal concealed carrying situation. That's really the worst thing you can find about him. And that really doesn't say a lot about his character, other than he thinks, a lot of us, pretty much all of us think this to an extent, but that airports are a little bit too stringent. But I can somewhat agree with them not allowing firearms on a plane. Yeah, I can agree with that. But that's the worst thing you'll find about him. He's never had like some major incident like a lot of these rappers and entertainers in general have. Like, oh, he was in a drunk driving incident and he got off because he's rich. Or he assaulted a fan and he got off because he's rich. No, that's never ever happened with him. You won't find a single story like that about Waka Flocka. And that's honestly, to a lot of people, that might be surprising because you listen to his music, it's hyper aggressive, it's just this massive amount of energy and just fierceness, But the actual man himself is really reserved and calm and honestly a nice person. I only ever hear good things about, from the people that have met him. So Waka Flocka, just a truly admirable and likable person who makes really entertaining music. And I think the last thing I want to talk about Waka that I really admire is his professionalism. Like it's so rare in the rap industry, you know, hip hop in general, that you find a guy like Waka that's just like, hey, look, this is a job. You know, I'm not here to, you know, make beefs or clout chase. I'm just making music. This is a job. I collect my check, I go. And, you know, the songs, some of the hyper aggressiveness is just a character. You know, he talked about how it was just a job to him. And I really admired that because it's like, well, damn. I mean, that's exactly how I would be in that situation if I was ever talented enough to make music that could sell millions of copies and actually blow up. I would just try and be professional about it and be like, yeah, it's a job. I got to do my job. Just honestly, it's rare to see. And that in and of itself is admirable. I went to the laundry room for a reason. I want privacy. But anyway, that was today's video. Like, share, subscribe for honest fitness information, but also just videos about stuff like this. And Flocka!